So I ordered this about 3 days ago and totally forgot. It arrived. I thought it was going to be a load of spanners all wrapped up. Hey presto, it's a lump of railway track. Okay, I've wanted a lump of railway track for a long while, but every time I've looked, a piece this size has been priced at about $50, 35 English pounds, and I just think that's extortionate. This come up, starting bid £11. I put a bid in, I got it for £11. Well happy. Now this is underground railway track, metro, subway railway, and unfortunately the bottom of it is a little bit rounded, so it's not stable. Now I've had a square on it and it's right in the middle. Right in the middle's got a bulge, so I'm marking that with this permanent marker, and I shall run down it very quickly with an angle grinder with a 40 grit flap disc on. Just adding another channel reference here, Sparky 415, everything's adjustable. He does how-to videos, he does tool restorations, he's a really knowledgeable person. Ridiculously, this takes about 30 minutes to get that bulge out of the flat. Well, that's done now. I'm going to do the end because the end's a little bit rough cut. Okay, that's smoothed that off lovely. There's nothing rough left there. You're not going to cut your hand when moving it. So again, because this is not main line track, it's a square now to find out where the raised bit is. It's actually raised on one edge about an 1/8 of an inch to the other edge. So that's an 1/8 of an inch got to come off. Yeah, answers in the comments if you can name that tune. Thanks. So this is the side we're all waiting for to see what this comes out inch with a 40 grit wheel. I end up finding that the 40 grit wheel isn't even man enough to do it, so I put on a metal grinding disc and start actually grinding through it with a proper grinding disc. And now also a shout out to Essential Handyman channel, who also does how-to videos and restores tools and the like. Because it's a handheld grinder, it does grind a bit erratically, so I'm going over it with a square and just marking where the high points are. Join that up and still this side. So I was working my way across this side. It took about 2 hours. 2 hours to get it all level. Going across it, keep checking it with the square, getting back on it with the grinder. Oh, that was hard work. This must be super hard still. Yeah, after checking with the squares, still found it a little bit high here and there, so another attack with a grinder. Must be getting close now, surely. Okay, this is more like what I expected when I started. Right, and just a look down now, down the length, and you can see that is lovely and level. So now I'll get the old orbital sander on it. I think I started off with a 80, then I went to a 120, then a 240 on this orbital sander. Now I decided that weren't shiny enough, so I swapped to the hand drill, a 600 grit and then a 2000 grit wet and dry. The 2000 grit is what you use for refurbing car headlights. Then of course it's got to come over and have a polish with the green compound. That is starting to get a bit shiny now, isn't it? And just buff it off, look. At this point you could actually shave in that, I reckon, and you wouldn't do any damage. Right, wax some masking tape over the top, protect it, and it'll be time for a paint. And the paint choice of the day is Aged Copper by Rust-Oleum. It's a nice metallic finish. As it's a bit cold in the workshop this time of year, I've got a little 2-pot heater there that's only on half power, and that's blowing straight onto it. I've had a thermometer in the cupboard and it measures 70 degrees centigrade after 10 minutes. Time to protect this shiny surface with a bit of shellac, French polish. Give it a coat of that, and then it will go on, it will get a coat of beeswax later on. Of course, we need to do the ring test. I don't even want to go for the reflection test. But as you, there is a reflection in it, but it's an Anvil. Come on. It's a nice looking Anvil now. Yeah, that's about 10.5 inches long. So, what do you think, Skelligord?
Very nice.
Look at, we've got this dent here. I mean, that does want to go over to the hydraulic press, but I've got an Anvil. Bashing it around like this ain't really doing no good. It's testing the Anvil, but it ain't no good. That's a hollow piece of tube in there. So I've stuck it in the record 23. I might have tightened that up just a little bit too much. I'm not quite sure on that. Don't know my own strength sometimes. I'm going to bang the head off now and throw that handle away. I mean, the quality of this is not the best. Fancy using it. Oh, I mean, that's just cheapness, isn't it? Hey, just cheapness. For a little axe. Anyway, that's quite a nice little head now it's turned out to be. So, here's after I've smashed everything with the... Yeah, there's the axe head, right? Yeah. Put it down there.
So I'll give that a quick old banging, didn't I? It was nothing hard really, but just to show you, that don't really, well, it hasn't at all. Hasn't done any damage. Obviously, if it had done damage, I'd be a bit upset, to tell you the truth. Right. Well, that's that, isn't it?
So that's all for today. Links to any channel clips I put in here are down in the description underneath. Have a good day and see you soon. Bye for now.